Hello, I hope you are well. Today's project is a highly requested one. So I got this little Mickey Mouse head container from Temu, and I thought it would make a great top for this Gumball Machine die. So usually you would use like an empty bauble, but I thought that one looked about the right size, and I knew that the lovely lady I was sending this to likes Disney, so I thought I would give it a go. I have this Gumball cut file from Silhouette Store. I will leave the design ID in the description. And I've just cut it out of some red paper. I think this is one of the Craftsmith paper pads, if I remember rightly. I get them from 𝓷𝓸𝓬𝓪. And then I've just added some red stitching onto the sort of, I want to say base part of the Gumball Machine. I'm not sure if that's what you'd call it. And I'm just putting this together. This is a really quick and simple one to assemble actually. So I just added some hot glue and some tape and worked sort of slowly around the base part, as you can see here. There we go, starting off with hot glue, adding it section by section so that I can wrap it around the base piece, like so. There we go. I do skip forward shortly so you don't have to watch me do the whole thing, but I'm just adding it bit by bit and then going around, creating that curved shape and then attaching the two pieces at the end. There we go, like so. And then I've got all of the little bits to make the Gumball Machine mechanics. So I cut those out of gold foil, then realised that actually I needed some bits in a different colour. So rather than grab out the silhouette again, I couldn't be bothered. I got this white glitter card and I'm just going to hold the pieces I've already cut on it like a template and cut around those. Also adding that gold like base metal plate. I realised that where I've added the stitching, it would look really odd if I added it where the predetermined holes are. So I actually spaced that myself. And I'll show you that shortly. Finishing up cutting around these. This white glitter card is absolutely beautiful. It's from eBay and it's so pretty. It's not like a gold or a silver sparkle, it is a true white sparkle and it's so glittery. So adding on my little brad here so that this piece will actually turn if I want it to. I have these gold snowflake brads. I have no idea where I got them from. Maybe the range last year, but they were just in my stash. And then I've got a little white snowflake as well to pop on the top of that. And that was from AliExpress. Adding all of these pieces onto that rectangle. I did actually use my bone folder and just sort of curve that a little bit so it would fit on here nicer. Working out where I want my new hole to be. It's only slightly below, but I wanted to make it a bit sturdier, so I am adding this little circle to the back to cover up the hole that was already there. And it actually goes behind the new one as well, so that it makes it a bit sturdier when I put my split pin through. Putting together the rest of the front of this little mechanical bit. Just working out where I want things to be. Adding this on with some double-sided tape. I wanted to be able to manoeuvre it a little bit, but I wanted it to stick quite quickly, so I went with double-sided tape. Put the split pin through to help me get it in the right spot. And there we go, it's on there just in between the stitching lines, which is great. I didn't pre-measure it, I should have, but I was very lucky that it fit in between those two stitched lines. Adding on the rest of these pieces. Bending in the bits at the top here, and then just checking that my Mickey head does fit on there after I've added that little white snowflake as well. Yeah, so it does work. I think it could be a tiny bit bigger, but I'm happy with it as it is. I did have that piece that comes with a cut file that makes the top of the bauble, but it didn't fit very nicely, and so I decided to use a bow, because Minnie Mouse loves her polka dots. So I've got this polka dot bow, added that in between the ears, just using this piece of double-sided tape backing to make sure that the hot glue doesn't go over the join there. because I wanted my recipient to be able to open the head and get out the little pom-poms that I was planning to put in there. Adding on another bow, I thought it looked nice layered like this, so I've got the red bow in the middle from AliExpress, and the one with the polka dots I think is from the works. Grabbed out my buttons galore and more bits. So these are some of the buttons that came in the December box. They actually have $10 international shipping for the subscription boxes, which is an incredible deal. And I do have a discount code for you as well. So I will leave that in the description for you. They are on the romance box now, and I will have a haul or an opening of that very soon, like literally tomorrow. So make sure to check out my channel and see if you love the romance box as much as me, because some of the little things in these boxes are just beautiful. One of my favourites from the December one being these little gumdrops that I've just added on the front here. So some of these buttons I'm adding with foam tape, just making the foam tape thickness match the little button hook on the back so that I can stick them on. Some of them I am cutting off that little hook with my wire cutters, and actually it's really easy to do, so I do that for a few of them. Adding some fake snow along the bottom here, so I made sure to keep my charms or my buttons a little bit higher than the base so that I would have space for fake snow. My fake snow is a mix of the fake snow from Poundland, and then I've got some glitter and some little snowflake sequins in there as well. I'm just layering this up, adding one lot and then adding more glue and more snow, and keep going until I've covered all the bits I want to cover. Adding it behind some of these buttons so that it sort of fills in the space. You can't see the foam tape as much. There we go, all the snow is on there. I'm getting rid of some hot glue strings. They drive me mad. I cannot be the only person that gets driven mad by those. Constantly pulling hot glue strings off of projects. Then I've got these little peppermint clay pieces from AliExpress, and I got them multicoloured packs, so I've just poured some out. I'm choosing the colours that match my little cluster, adding some hot glue and then popping them in different places. Again, covering up foam tape, using them to sort of pull the colours across the little cluster. So if I've got a lot of red one side, I'll use a little red clay piece the other side, that sort of thing. Getting rid of more hot glue and just adding a bunch of these little peppermints. Then I decide to add another button. I go for the little sweet shaped one, this one, and put it at the front. It fits perfectly in that little gap. I did have to stand it on my silicone mat though, because the hot glue was going all over the pink one. And you guys might know, but the pink one is my absolute favourite. Even though it's slightly faded now, I just can't bring myself to change it. I love it so much. So yeah, I use my silicone one to protect my my mat that should be protecting my desk. And then I've got all of my pom-poms out. I've got this like little tulle pom-pom, the pink one, which is one of my favourites. I put one of those in, some pink, some white, and then I do go ahead and add some green and red so it matches the rest of the design. I just think it needed that in there. And that is our Gumball machine complete. So I do have a different version of this, just using a bauble at the top, made exactly the same. It's just got like the plain bauble rather than the Mickey Mouse head. I will insert a picture at the end for you. If you need any links or have any questions, please do leave me a comment, and I will be back again to craft with you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.